watching the American Conference on ESPN. Hello and welcome to Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Collins Family Softball Complex, where it's a non-league game between the number 6 Arkansas Razorbacks and the homestanding Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bruce Howard, joined by Sarah Kuckler, and there's no question this is a number 6 Arkansas team that comes in. They are high-powered, as you'll see from some of these highlights. They've been terrific all season long, haven't they?
Yes, absolutely. They're 8th in the nation with batting average, .358 average as a team. On average, Bruce, this team is scoring more than 8 runs per game. That's a stat that's 5th in the country, and this is the most impressive thing to me. Of their 36 wins this year, 21 of them have been run rolls.
So those are terrific numbers for the Razorbacks, no question. So now on the Tulsa side, for Chrissy Strimple's team, how do they play? How do they try to upset the number 6 team in the nation?
You got nothing to lose. It's always a good day to have an opportunity to knock off a ranked opponent, especially this late in the season. And they've got some momentum coming into this game at the plate. As a team in American Athletic Conference, they are hitting over 300, and they also have 25 home runs in conference play alone.
Well, so for the Hurricane, they would like to have a huge upset. If they do it, they're going to have to stop this young lady, one of our players to watch. It's Arkansas's Brinley Bain, fabulous freshman.
Yeah, look at that monstrous on-base percentage at .547. She's the only freshman in the nation ranked in the top 5 for that. She's also got some pop, 15 doubles, 3 home runs on the year. She's batting .402 as a freshman. That's in the SEC. And also what I like about her, she's patient at the plate. She has 35 walks on the year.
On the Tulsa side, it's Macy Cole, and Macy really coming on.
She has been just huge lately. Look at the bat over the weekend. She went 4 for 7 with a home run, double, 2 walks, 3 runs, 4 RBIs against FAU. And this is a girl who is versatile. She started the year playing shortstop for Tulsa and now has moved over to third base. Since then, she's hitting .367 with 5 home runs.
So that sets the table. It's Tulsa taking on Arkansas here in a midweek game in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Back with more on ESPN+. Hey, here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, here's the series history between Tulsa and Arkansas, the 35th all-time meeting, and the Golden Hurricane has the advantage at 20-14. They've won 10 of the last 12, and believe it or not, it's been a while. 2019 in the NCAA Regional where Tulsa knocked Arkansas out. That was the last meeting. between these two programs. Long time coming, and now we get ready for Reagan Johnson, Brindley Bain, and the rest of the Arkansas order. There you see Tiana Bell. Boy, she can knock them in from that number 4 position in the cleanup spot. All brought to you by Reese's, and this is an Arkansas Razorbacks team that comes in just bursting at the seams offensively with that .358 team batting average. That's 8th in the nation. You know, you gotta do something to stop that offense, and it's up to this young lady, Mara Moore. What about Mara?
It's really having to keep them off balance, and she can get some strikeouts, 105 on the year. Let's go ahead and take a look at her scouting report. 60 to 64, so she's not going to overpower them, but she's got to be able to mix sides of the plate, change speeds. That's going to be really important for Mara out there today. And
within the zone, she has to be careful, too. Don't leave stuff right down the middle or out over the plate, right?
Especially with the wind blowing straight out over left field today.
Yes. Reagan Johnson lead it off for Arkansas, and we are underway for the first time between these two since 2019. And it's ball 1 to start things. Reagan Johnson is the leadoff hitter. And, of course, gaudy numbers there with the .346 batting average. Great on-base percentage as well. And once she gets on, she's speedy and is unbeaten on the base paths. Has yet to be caught. With 17 steals and not been caught once. So the job for Mara Moore is to keep her off the base paths.
Definitely so. Coach is saying she has game-changing speed, so that's pretty quick.
Yes. Runs up on that one, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Mara Moore is from Arkansas. She's from Valley Springs, Arkansas, and came to Tulsa out of junior college. Moore takes care of that one. 1 down. And the batter will be Brindley Bain. There you see Clara Skaggs, I should say, at first base, and she helps lead this defense. Mackenzie Glenn has been really good in center field, and Tulsa's been a little bit better up the middle since making a couple of changes. Faith Russell having a good senior season. Amber Turner behind the plate anchors it all.
You almost said Sarah at first base. That's been a while.
Yeah, that's right, number 13, right? And starts her off with a changeup. And that's what you're talking about in terms of, you know, mixing speeds, starting hitters off with something they don't expect.
Yeah, that one, what you're trying to do is just get them to see something that you wouldn't think they would throw.
Brindley Bain is the batter. And she has been unbelievable as a freshman. Just, oh, there's a drive down the left field line, a long run for Madison Garcia, and Garcia couldn't quite get there. She made a good effort at it, though.
She did. Back to your point, Bruce, we were talking about keeping these hitters off balance. That's what you're trying to do, is just go back and forth. You want to try to get a hitter guessing what the next thing is coming. And that's how you beat them with the off speed.
So you're a freshman. You come from Eagleville, Tennessee, Eagleville High School, and you're Brindley Bain, and in your freshman year, you're hitting .402. Wow.
As my dad would like to say, not too shabby.
No. And again, and you mentioned this earlier, their on-base percentage on a lot of these players is off the charts. This is really off the chain. .547 on-base percentage for Brindley Bain.
What I like about Brindley Bain as a freshman is that she is patient with 35 walks on the season. I say that as she chases one right there, but there's a lot of credit to Mara Moore with the rise ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, she doesn't chase that very often. And 2 down here in the first inning. Great start for Mara Moore.
That one just out of the zone, and it just keeps on going. You could see Brindley Bain try to hold up her swing, but she was just too far gone on that one. She knew it.
And the hitter is Ella McDowell. McDowell, again, with good numbers like most of these Arkansas hitters. .364 average coming in. That's a base hit to left. So McDowell jumps on the first pitch, rifles it to left field, and the batter will be Tiana Bell. Tiana Bell is hitting nearly .400. You take a look at this again. What'd she do here?
It was on the inner half of the plate. She just got her bat head to the ball and snuck it through the 5-6 hole. Good piece of hitting right there.
And now Tiana Bell. Could not stop her swing on that one, and that's a strike. Bell, a transfer from Cal. This is her only year with Arkansas. She's been terrific, though. Look at those numbers. Leads Arkansas in home runs and RBIs. And a chance to make a difference here early in this one. Ball, 1 strike. Bell had a big 2-run home run against OU over the weekend, the one game that Arkansas was able to capture against the top-ranked Sooners. High in the air to right, but playable. Annika Dill. And that's it for Arkansas in the first inning. So Mara Moore does a nice job, and we head to the bottom of the first inning. Arkansas nothing, and the Golden Hurricane coming to the plate right here in Tulsa on ESPN. Coming to the plate in the bottom of the first inning, no score. And there you see the lineup presented by Reese's. Clara Skaggs has been red hot for Tulsa, as has the number 5 hitter, Macy Cole, who's been up and down the lineup this year for Chrissy Strimple's team. Golden Hurricane doing a nice job in league play, hitting at .295 as a team, and that's one of the best in the league. And it's Robin Heron who is the starting pitcher. Tell us about Robin. She's obviously got great numbers there.
She is the ace for the Razorbacks. She's going to left-hander. She's going to throw mid to upper 60s. She's really going to go up and down in the zone and use that changeup. Rise, curve, great spin. That's what she's going to try to do, is get you to chase up and out of the zone. When
coach says great spin, what's that mean? Nothing straight? Or?
Yeah, that means there's going to be spin on the ball, so it's going to move. And that's what catches hitters off guard. Gets them to chase.
Burns a strike in there to the leadoff hitter, Glenn McKenzie.
Teams are only hitting 177 against Heron this year, so that tells you, if that helps explain what great spin means.
Late swing, McKenzie fouls it away. Mackenzie Glenn, freshman out of Parker, Colorado. Done a nice job in center field for the Hurricane this year. Coach Strimple calls her a coach's dream. And that is strike 3. And Heron takes care of Glenn, 1 down. What did she do here? Breaking ball, changeup?
That one's it's hard to tell based on the spin right there. It looked like it was a little bit off speed, and it kind of locked Glenn up a little bit. So she must have taken something off of that one, and it kind of froze her in her tracks.
Clara Skaggs aggressively goes after that first pitch. And it's 0-1. Clara, of course, has had a terrific senior season for the Golden Hurricane. They average at .333 and power numbers. 9 home runs to lead the team and 34 ribbies. And she has an 0-2 hole now. A lot of teams pitch Clara Skaggs away. Look how close she is to the plate. I mean, she really crowds it. Her toes are nearly on the line. That time they came inside. 2 down.
And that's really what you want to do as a pitcher. Is
Here's a
move
look
sides
at the
of the
defense.
plate is what I was going to say.
Well, this is a good defense for Arkansas. Fielding percentage, .981. They've done a terrific job. Reagan Johnson, if you see a ball in the gap, if it's got a hump on it, she's going to chase it down. She's one of the best in the country in center field.
And Coach Steifel says even if there isn't a hump on it, she's going to run it down.
Amber Turner, the hitter for Tulsa. Amber coming in with a .278 average. She's played some outfield this year, but has caught a lot as well. She's the catcher today. And Heron is not only throwing with some pace, she has hit some corners so far, hasn't she?
She is. She's really working all sides of the plate. And as that last pitch you just saw was going back to that off speed, that changeup, which is really important to mix speeds.
And ahead on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Heron got her 500th strikeout against number 3 Florida earlier in the year. Also had a no-hitter earlier in the season. And she gets Turner. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for Robin Heron. And it's scoreless as we head to the 2nd inning. Tulsa and Arkansas here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa attract the most National Merit Scholars per capita? Easy.
Tulsa maintains a 9-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio.
And we get into medical school at twice the national average.
Tulsa undergrads contribute to groundbreaking research.
And offers one of the largest student investment funds in the nation.
And we rank among the top 25 for cybersecurity programs.
At the University of Tulsa, stand out, belong.
This is where success is earned, never given. Where character and grit break the status quo, and competition drives ambition. Ignited by innovation, united by mission, bold in service. It is set in stone. One footprint, 15 world-class institutions, one conference. This is the American, built to rise.
Courtney Deifel has done a great job at Arkansas. There you see some of the numbers, 540-plus win seasons, and obviously some championships in the league and a tournament as well. And then all of the NCAA appearances for her team, 8 straight. And then the regional championships, they've won 4, and they've gone to the Supers 4 times, 3 as the host in Fayetteville. She's been outstanding with almost 400 wins as the head coach at Arkansas. 395 and 187 is her overall record. And she, unlike some coaches, she is not out at third base to coach them up, and she's in the dugout. And one of the things she also is very, very accomplished at is coaching those pitchers up. So, I mean, she's in probably talking with pitchers right now, right?
Yeah, she's got a lot of hats that she's wearing. The interesting thing we were talking with her about today that I thought was interesting, she was a college catcher, and she's coaching those pitchers, which you learn a lot as a catcher about pitching.
And presumably she's calling the pitches from the dugout.
Yes, which is a huge, win for Arkansas to have a former catcher doing that.
Natalia Rijo is the leadoff hitter here in the 2nd inning in a scoreless game. Mara Moore had a good first inning and blows that one past her. It's 2-1. Rijo on the year, a 340 hitter. Really good offensive numbers. They've improved for her this season. terrific defensive player. We'll probably see her flash some leather at shortstop. Late swing and a 2-2 count now.
Yeah, talking about Coach Deifel and what she said, she just says that Rio is, her quote was, I wrote down, she's just so good.
Yeah.
She says she makes flashy plays look routine, you know? Somebody sitting at home going, I could do that.
And then look at what she's done offensively as well. 2-2 is still the count. Mara Moore pitching very aggressively. What have you liked so far from Mara?
I like that she's going right at these hitters, and like we talked about, mixing up the speeds, not hitting the middle of the plate, which is something that Mara has to be careful as I've been watching this season. When she misses, that's when teams are getting good contact on the ball and hitting the ball over the fence, but that hasn't been the case for Arkansas so far. She's really attacking all sides of the plate.
3-2 count now for Natalia Rijo. Rio out of Horseheads, New York. One of 2 players in the history of Arkansas softball to come from the state of New York. Went after that high one, and we'll do it again on the foul tip.
And that's what you've got to do as a hitter with 2 strikes. You've got to protect the plate. You never want to put your at-bat in the hands of the umpire in that situation. So that ball may have been out of the zone, but she did what we like to call spoiling the pitch.
Another 3-2 changeup, hit high in the air and playable. Calling for it is Mackenzie Glenn, and makes the catch. Here you have a good look at Razorback coach Courtney Deifel. In her 11th year, you see some of the numbers. She was also the Maryland head coach, so she has over 400 wins overall. After 1 year at Maryland, went to Arkansas.
Yeah, so the one thing that she'd like to see on that resume now is an appearance in the Women's College World Series. They've been so close so many years, and just haven't quite made it.
One of those days they're going to knock that locker room door down and get to Oklahoma City. This is Kaylee Wyckoff, left fielder. 374 hitter on the year. Just gaudy averages for this Arkansas team.
It's really impressive. I mean, I'll talk about it and I'll keep talking about it. The fact that they've won 21 games by run rule this year. That tells you just how impressive their bats are.
2-0 count now to Wyckoff. That one catches the corner. Home plate umpire is Brent Harrell. Jerry Jones at first, Perry Owens at third. I think it's kind of unfair to have a guy named Jerry Jones at first. He's an Arkansas guy, isn't he?
Might get a little home cooking at the away game.
Let's hope not. A bouncer played by Russell. You got to do it quickly, and did. 2 down.
That's just good defense right there. She read the hop and played it on the big hop and kind of knew what was going to come, and then made the easy throw over to first base.
So here is the number 7 hitter, Kennedy Miller, the catcher. She has the, quote, lowest batting average of the ones we've seen so far at 314.
Tough year.
Yeah.
314.
Yeah. She's been outstanding for Coach Deifel, especially behind the plate, but also doing things offensively. And a quick 0-1 count for Mara Moore.
There's somebody who's not familiar maybe with baseball or softball. A 300 average is considered exceptional.
Yes.
If you can get a hit 3 times out of 10, you are considered very good. And that just tells you how good these Arkansas hitters are if she's one of the lowest at 314.
Hacks at that one and fouls it off her foot. And she's a catcher, so she probably gets hit with enough foul tips and all that. And then you're at the plate and you foul one off your own foot. Goodness. See it again, see exactly where that one hit.
Yeah, and you can see she wears that shin guard. I had the exact same problem when I was a player. got overextended and out in front of the ball, and you just right off that front foot or front ankle or front shin. And that's what that shin guard is there, is to try to help protect it. But I can tell you from experience, as somebody who wore a shin guard like that, when you just keep hitting it over and over and over again, I mean, it protects it some, but it can't make the pain completely go.
Yeah, and the question is, did it hit right on that shin guard or did it hit the toe?
The toe, yeah.
Probably the toe, huh? And it gets frustrating. You have all of that protection and somehow the ball finds a soft spot. She's ready to go again with the 1-2 count. 2 down, nobody aboard here in the Arkansas second inning, no score. Pretty good looking pitch. What kind of a waste pitch was that? A good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So you don't want to get too close, but that was kind of like close enough that she could have went after it. Good pitching by Moramar.
And now the count at 2-2. Miller gets into that one, but yanks it foul. Tulsa coming into the game, 17-26 overall, 8-13 in their league, the American. Arkansas number 6 in the country at 36-8, 11-7 in the rugged SEC. Breaking ball hit hard to deep center, going back, and Mackenzie Glenn cannot come up with it. It's off her glove, and that's extra bases. Going to be a double for Miller. With 2 outs, a runner in scoring position for the Razorbacks. And for Miller, that's double number 4 on the season.
Yeah, it looked like an off-speed pitch. She just waited back, and look, that thing was on a line. She got her hands down to the ball, and she was able to hit that on a line towards center field. For a moment, I thought it might actually go out of here.
Mackenzie Glenn with a good effort, got her glove on it, but couldn't quite come up with it. Now here's Cam Harrison, the number 8 hitter, steps to the plate. And she, in fact, has that 300 even average, which would be the lowest I've ever been. All 9 players, over 300 for Arkansas in the lineup today. Harrison, the DP. Oh, that was a good-looking pitch. Tulsa wanted it, not given.
That's one as a pitcher, you just got to kind of move on and hope you get it next time. You want to make sure and not think too much about it and get, closer to the middle of the plate next time, because that's when you can get hurt.
And that pitch is a strike.
That one right there may be what they called maybe a little bit of a payback. I thought that one was a little bit low, but she got the call on that one. Wasn't a bad pitch by any means.
No. Home plate umpire Brett Harden making it a 2-1, and now 3-1. On deck is Carly Davison, good hitter out of the number 9 hole for Arkansas. This is not an uncomfortable situation or position for Mara Moore. She constantly pitches into and out of trouble. Let's see if she does here on a 3-1 count. Just missed inside, ball 4. I think Mara thought that was a strike, huh?
Yeah, she's at that point just kind of, more so you're asking your catcher, hey, where did I miss that one? But you're kind of asking the umpire at the same time without asking him. And I would assume that he would have thought that was just inside. We can't see as well from that angle, but it didn't look too low.
Davison, the batter, and a spinning strike in. Right now it appears that umpire Harden is giving more of the outside corner than he's giving the inside corner.
Yeah, and you have umpires who will do that. They kind of have a favorite corner, and that's what you've got to learn as the catcher, a coach, a pitcher, what's working.
That's straight down Broadway for a strike. Now 0-2 for the number 9 hitter. Davison, though, is batting at .356 with 23 runs, 7 doubles, a triple, 6 home runs, and 33 RBIs. What a pleasure that is to have those numbers in your number 9 position. Huh?
Absolutely. It's just another example of how dominant this Razorback team is offensively, when those are the stats of your 9-hole hitter.
Yeah, so now it's 1 and 2. There are a lot of coaches, though, that will put a really good hitter in the 9-hole and kind of have that be an extra leadoff person, kind of, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a strategy. Put somebody who can get on base in the 9-hole, because then you have your heavy hitters coming up at the top of your lineup.
That ball's hit deep to left field, way back, and it's gone. It's a home run for Carly Davidson, her 7th of the year, and Arkansas has taken a 3-0 lead. Davison gets one out of here, and that one off the bat looked like it might have a chance, but with the wind blowing out, there was no question.
Yeah, I played at this field long enough that actually when I saw it off the bat, I'm like, today that's gonna get out of here. She just had a good swing on it, and with a little bit of a wind, it just carried it right over the fence.
That ball was a little on the inside, the inner third of the plate, but she still got everything kind of out in front, or got her hips through that, didn't she?
Yeah, and that's just part of being a good hitter. You can get your bat head to the ball, and you have enough power to muscle it over the fence.
There's a tapper right to the third baseman, Macy Cole, and that ends the 2nd inning. But Arkansas gets 3 runs on 2 hits. There was a walk in there, nobody left, and we played 1 1/2 innings. Arkansas, number 6 in the nation, with a 3-0 early lead over Tulsa. Second most in school history behind John Barfeld, 149 wins, and of course has been with the program for a very long time, 21 years, first as a player, then as an assistant coach under Coach Barfeld for 14 years, and now, of course, in her 7th year as the Tulsa head coach. You won't find anybody that's more golden, if you will, than Chrissy Strimple.
She loves TU, Golden Hurricane. Definitely a huge part of this program, the history of the program, current part of the program, and the future as well.
Dea Moses to lead it off for Tulsa. And the first pitch blown right past her by Herron. Robin Herron in her 2nd inning. She took care of Tulsa with a pair of strikeouts in the first. And Dea Moses, a junior, good young hitter for Tulsa, out of Verdigris, Oklahoma, which is nearby, near Tulsa, but went to Grayson College. She's done some very nice things for Tulsa this year. 280 average, some pop with 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, 7 other extra base hits as well.
Held back on that one. You could tell she wanted to go for it. Good 0-2 pitch right there. And good hitting by Moses to be able to lay off on it. That's the rise ball we've been talking about. And it is hard to lay off of that rise ball once you start swinging at it.
2-2 count now. What does Tulsa have to do to kind of somehow get the bat on the ball against Herron, who obviously has great numbers strikeout-wise?
Yeah, she's really a good pitcher. You just got to go up there and know that she's going to go up and down and look for your pitch to hit. Tulsa typically hits drop balls better than they do rise balls, and talking with Coach Trimble. So you really have to have a plan when you go up to the plate. You have to look for that pitch that you want to hit, but you also can't sit back for too long. You've got to hit early in the count.
Late swing and a foul, and the count remains at 0-2. 126 strikeouts in 79 1/3 innings coming into this game. That is a pretty special number, especially when you consider she's only walked 34.
Yeah, she throws the ball well, and that's what, when we were talking about her scouting report earlier with Coach Deifel, it's that spin that makes the ball rotate, and that's what makes it move, and it's just hard to hit. It keeps hitters off balance, and when they do get the bat on the ball, it's weak contact. And then we haven't talked much about this Arkansas Razorback defense, but they take care of business on the field as well.
Absolutely. Another 2-2. She went after that one, and boy, that one had some downward movement on it. Changeup maybe?
Yeah, it looked off speed definitely, and such a good pitch for Heron to throw right there, because Moses was getting a good bat on the ball on her hard pitches. She was fouling some straight back, so she decided to go off speed, and it was just caught Moses off balance and retired her.
Macy Cole, the batter. Macy is the player that we highlighted at the beginning of the game, 4 for 7 in the recent series at FAU, including a home run.
I love that Macy Cole has home run pop, because she's not a hitter that you would look at as she walked up and got into the box. You know, she's not a real big girl, but she just goes to show that you can have pop with the right mechanics.
At the knees for a strike, and it's 2-1. Macy on the year, 279. Second on the team in home runs with 8, behind Clara Skaggs' 9. And she's knocked in 30. That's second on the team as well. Just a little bit below the knees, now 3-1.
No shot. There's no shot. We call change up down there all game. Let's go.
When it's 3-1 like that, are you hunting something usually?
Depends on who you are.
Well, she was hunting fastball and didn't get it, I think. And fouls that one away. So a 3-2 count to Macy Cole. So far, Heron has retired the first 4. That one is possibly playable for Bell, and Bell makes the grab. 2 down.
Next up, second baseman number 12.
Faith Russell, the hitter. Five up, 5 down so far for Heron.
You can see what I was talking about. The Golden Hurricane hitters are making contact, but it's either been weak contact, fly balls, or foul balls.
Right.
Nothing has been good, hard contact, and that is what that good spin and the change in speeds is going to do for a pitcher.
Hard to square one up, huh?
Right.
And again, the foul off the other way.
It's just when you're swinging and the ball's spinning, it just makes it incredibly difficult for it to go straight. Look at that little baby.
Young one, huh?
Gotta love young fans.
A future Golden Hurricane player, maybe a future Razorback, who knows?
Never know.
1-2 to Faith Russell out of Jenks, Oklahoma, just south of Tulsa. And she went after that one. That one looked like the changeup. It's strike 3, and Russell strikes out. 4 strikeouts so far for Robin Heron. She has been on point, and it's 3-0 Arkansas into the 3rd. thrown out by David Green, who is an outstanding men's basketball player at Tulsa. Senior forward who was the leading scorer on the Tulsa team. Then it went all the way to the NIT finals, lost a heartbreaker in overtime. And you may have noticed that he threw that right-handed. He's a left-hander. You may also, if you're a Tulsa fan, remember that he injured his left shoulder toward the end of the season. So maybe he's being careful with that shoulder, but pretty darn good pitch, especially with your offhand.
Yeah. I was impressed not knowing it was his offhand, and then you said that.
Brindley Bain leading it off here for Arkansas. It was a great year for Eric Konkel's team.
Heartbreaker in the end.
Yeah. Taking on Auburn, SEC team. Stephen Pearl's team ended up winning the NIT title.
In overtime, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, just a tough one. It was a game that really was back and forth. Arkansas, or I should say Auburn had the big early lead. Tulsa came storming back in the second half and had a chance to win, but went into overtime. And Auburn ended up with the win. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Brindley Bain, who struck out swinging her first time up, and you just barely got it out of your mouth that she is tremendously patient with 35 walks on the year, and she swung at a pitch at her eyes.
It happened. She had 2 strikes. First time seeing Mara Moore, and, Mara won that battle.
2-1 count for the young freshman.
But I am very impressed at her ability to watch pitches, because a lot of times freshmen will be antsy and nervous and want to do too much. And she obviously shows that she doesn't do that. She's patient, gets the pitch she wants. And as you can tell by her average and her stats, she hits the ball well too.
Yes. Swings and fouls that one back. I was thinking maybe it was 3-1, but maybe it's 3-1 now. Oh, now they've corrected it. It's 3-2.
Yeah. Talking about her, and we talked about her before the game too, a 4.02 average and the 5.47 on base percentage is just phenomenal.
So a payoff pitch. Change up, spilled foul.
And you can see the trademark of a good hitter right there. Mara Moore just changed speeds on Brindley Bain, and you could tell she was not on her front foot at all. She stayed back, and as we talked earlier about spoiling pitches, she just spoiled that pitch.
Another full count pitch coming. That's ball 4. So there's walk number 36 for Bain. Leads off the 3rd inning with a free pass. And now it's the number 3 hitter, Ella McDowell, who singled in the 1st inning. A ground ball between third base and shortstop. Obviously that walk helps Bain's on-base percentage. No balls and 1 strike. And that one just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. McDowell is out of Richmond, Texas, Foster High School, a sophomore. She had a home run in the first game against OU over the weekend, a game that Arkansas lost. Checked her swing, and are they going to appeal? Evidently not. Oh, now they do, and the first base umpire says no swing. 2 balls, 1 strike. Get another look at it here. Swing or no swing?
I don't think she's swinging. She didn't get the bat around. You have to break that top wrist. So I think that's a good call. Very good off-speed pitch right there.
Change up strike.
Yeah. Talking about Ella McDowell, she was an All-American last year as a freshman. So we're talking about outstanding freshmen. And it just always amazes me, inspires me when you see kids that young coming in and competing that well.
That one is gloved, and it's a really nice play by Faith Russell. The backhand gets the out at first. Runner moves up, though. Bain at second base.
Yeah, that ball was hit pretty hard. She had to go to her left, and you can see she just snagged it, tossed it on over to Clara Skaggs at first. A good piece of defense right there.
Tiana Bell, the batter. 3-run home run by Carly Davison. The number 9 hitter for Arkansas with 2 outs in the second inning is the difference in this game. A 3-0 score for the Razorbacks, and we're here in the third with 1 out and 1 on. That one yanked foul, 0-1. Bell skied to right field in her first at bat. Bell is a transfer from Cal. And it's always interesting to see if the chemistry works out well. It certainly has. Now the runner is going. It'll be a wild pitch, and Bain goes to third base.
I like that piece of running by Brittany Bain. See the ball hit the dirt. Anytime the ball hits the dirt, you got a chance. And she saw that, and there was no chance that Tia could throw her out there at third.
Tulsa shortens up on the infield here, down 3-0. Runner at third with 1 down. Bell has a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. It's like Moore is trying to jam her inside. Does that look like what she's trying to do and that's why she's whacking it foul?
Yeah, a lot of times that's what, pitchers are going to try to do is a hitter can hit the longest foul ball forever, and it doesn't hurt you. It's a strike. So that's part of, pitching. If you don't quite get them to, get in on the handle or hit it off the end of their bat, if you're going on the outside part of the plate and keep it in play, then that's fine. You get a long strike, and then you go for the next pitch. It'll be interesting to see what she does here. She tries to go to the off speed.
I'm interested in what Chrissy Strimple wanted to talk to her team about in the middle of an at-bat, 1 and 2. It's not common that you go out in the middle of an at-bat. What do you think she was doing?
There could have been multiple different things. She may have said something to her specifically about Bell, something they may know, or you can see they just moved in. They might have just had a conversation of, hey, we want to go ahead and try to make sure that Brynlee Bell or Bain doesn't score from third on a weak ground ball.
And she gets her with a changeup. Huge strikeout for Mara Moore. 2 down here in the third inning. Bain still at third base.
So it wouldn't surprise me now if you see the Golden Hurricane defense move on back again. And that's just a beautiful pitch by Mara Moore. Right before that, we were talking about what she might do. She was hitting her in hard with the hard stuff Moore has, and then all of a sudden, that was my thought of what she might do. She goes away and soft.
Natalia Rijo now. 1 ball, no strikes. And indeed, that infield, of course, moves back. I thought after the meeting that the Tulsa defense on the left side kind of shifted back a little bit. Maybe they were hedging their bets on a hard ground ball to that left side. And the count 1-1.
Yeah, that definitely might have been a move. I wasn't quite sure. I was looking at the right side of the field, so you may have been right to look at the left side of the field and see the move that they had made. But with Bell fouling off so many hard to that left side, that may have been a strategy.
That's a base hit up the middle by Rijo, and it scores a run. It's 4-0 in favor of Arkansas. Rijo now 1 for 2 after flying out to center field. And the Razorbacks back on the board.
This is just a beautiful piece of hitting. Takes the ball right back up the middle on a line.
RBI number 36 for Rijo.
And Bain scores easily from third.
Kaylee Wyckoff, the batter now. And that one lifted to right field, drops in for a base hit. Heading for third is Rijo. Ends up being a bloop hit for Wyckoff. And first and third with 2 down here for Arkansas in the third inning. Kennedy Miller will be the hitter.
Looks like an off-speed pitch, and Wyckoff was out on that front foot, hit it off the end of the bat. And for her, as she's standing on first base, she's just going, man, my lucky day today. Because there's so many times that you hit a ball on the line and somebody makes a great play or great catch.
A lot of folks, at least some hitters, believe that it evens out, but as a hitter, I bet you don't believe that one.
Well, you can believe that, and then you may be in a slump, and then it seems like that doesn't play out quite as well. But I think in all, I think you're right. As my mom says, it all comes out in the wash.
Miller doubled to center field in the second and later scored on the home run. This one to shortstop, and Tulsa makes the play with Ray to Russell, and that eases the concern for the Hurricane as it looked like a big inning, but Mara Moore able to bulldog down. The Razorbacks get a base hit to score the run from Rijo, and they lead 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. For Tulsa teams, the Golden Hurricane today wrapped up a championship in the American Conference. The women's golf team winning the title, and they go back-to-back. Congratulations to Mike Roders and his team. And then over this past weekend, the men's tennis team, the 6th seed, storms and wins the American Conference Championship, knocking out Rice, who had not lost in the league all season long. Vince Westbrook's team was terrific here in Tulsa. In fact, that tournament just concluded on Sunday. Right to our right, the Michael D. Case Tennis Center, one of the best, really the finest, one of the finest tennis facilities in the country. Tulsa comes to the plate here in the third, and a bouncer to shortstop, and that one off the glove of Rijo, and Rijo, who is a really good defensive shortstop, had that one clank off her glove. That's the first base runner. It is an error charge to Rijo.
That is not something you see the Razorbacks do very often.
Only her 5th error of the year. And Tulsa has a base runner for Presley Ray, trailing 4-0. 5 base hits so far for Arkansas, none for Tulsa. Presley Ray has helped Tulsa since she's gone. She's been very solid at shortstop since being inserted into that position, and allowed Macy Cole to go to third base, where she has flourished, especially offensively. That one playable, but not quite for Tiana Bell. A 4-0 Arkansas lead. They got 2 in the second, I should say. Let me correct that. 3 in the second and 1 in the third. Now a 2-1 count.
In that situation, she squared the bunt for a moment, and it may just be Tulsa trying to do something to generate getting somebody into scoring position to try to get a run on the board.
Squares as if to bunt, this time a blooper, and second baseman Davison, the home run hitter, able to make the catch.
Yeah, it looks like she just didn't get her bat back and get around back on that ball quick enough. She got jammed inside. Easy play.
Anna Cadill reached on an error, and that may be the hardest hit ball for Tulsa, that hard ground ball to shortstop.
Definitely so, and just goes to show when you hit the ball hard. Nice play right there.
Rijo with a nice play off of a slap by Garcia. Madison Garcia pops out to shortstop. That one looked like it might be a base hit.
Yeah, because she was playing in that situation, but she was able to track that down. She's got that speed and redeems herself for that error with Dill. As I was saying, before that play happened, putting the ball in play and doing it hard, getting good contact on the ball, that is what you have to do in these situations just to try to make something happen.
Mackenzie Glenn struck out looking her first time up, got fooled on a changeup, and has an 0-1 count. Now 0-2. That one had some pace on it. Also had, as usual, good movement.
Yeah, and it was on the outside part of the plate. It looked like Glenn may have pulled her head off of it just a little bit in that situation. Comes back in right there.
0-2 count. Mackenzie Glenn, we mentioned her from Parker, Colorado, and Chrissy Strimple went out to watch her niece play in Colorado and just kind of stumbled upon Mackenzie Glenn. Watching her niece play, and it's like, who is this girl? And ended up recruiting her and bringing her to Tulsa.
Now she's the starting center fielder.
Yeah, and you talk about, you know, you want to recruit winners. She won 4 state championships at Lutheran High School in Parker, Colorado.
Rise ball.
1-2.
That was a rise ball right there that she was able to hold off on. Good pitch by Heron. We have 2 strikes. No balls. Just throw one up there to see if you can get her to bite.
And she bit on that one, strike 3. They'll have to throw her out, which they do. And that's it for Tulsa in the 3rd inning. They get their first base runner on the error by Rijo. However, it doesn't amount to anything, and the Hurricanes still down 4-0 at the end of 3 innings of play here in Tulsa. And for Arkansas, they will face a new pitcher, Alexa Hopkins, a senior. You see her numbers there, and a chance for her to make a difference here for the Golden Hurricane and try to keep this red-hot Arkansas offense at bay. They've had 5 base hits so far, and there's a scouting report on Alexa.
Yeah, she's mid-60s. She's going to throw the ball down in the zone. She really needs ground balls. She also needs her off-speed to work for her to be on today.
Yeah, we didn't get a long look at that. or I was babbling while that came up, but some interesting aspects to Alexa Hopkins in terms of her down ball and the way she is able to change speeds. She can get it up to about, what, 66.
On a day like today, with the wind blowing out and a power hitting team like Arkansas, it's a good move. We'll see. You can see the flag blowing in the wind there. You want to throw the ball down more than up to try to get those ground balls, as I was saying. Maybe somewhat of a strategy for Chrissy Strimble.
A lot of movement for Alexa Hopkins, and sometimes the big issue for her has been just trying to figure out where it's going to go. That one was right down the middle for a strike, 2-2.
It did get a lot of the plate, that last pitch you were talking about, but the good news is it was still that lower part of the zone, which is important if you're going to hit a big part of the plate east to west.
To the right side, and a nice job by Russell to play the spin. 1 down.
She's making some nice plays over there at second base today. You can see that one. Came off the end of the bat, so like you were saying, is spinning kind of funny, going away from her. She just waits for that hop and makes it look easy.
Now the young lady had hit a home run, gave Arkansas the early 3-0 lead in the second inning. She steps to the plate, Carly Davison. Here's what she did in the second. That ball got in, but boy, she got everything on that one. Got the barrel to it.
Did you
a
see
3-run homer.
Just how quick her hands made it through the zone right there at the barrel of the bat. And that's what you've got to do, is get the barrel of the bat to the ball. And that's when you hit the ball hard.
2 balls, no strikes to Davison.
That's when it feels good coming off of your bat.
Yeah.
Not to say the same when you hit it on the inner part of the bat or the outside part of the bat. You hit it on a sweet spot.
Now 3 balls, no strikes. Davison's home run was her 7th of the season. Ties her for 3rd on the team. .30 pitch is in for a strike, 3-1. Alexa Hopkins is from Stella, Missouri, Murray State College. Her team there was 22-2 her final season there. That one to center field. On the run, scooping it was Glenn. That's a base hit.
Take another look at it here. Not a bad pitch. You know, it got some of the plate, but it's down. And you can see she just went down and got that ball. And that's one where it just kind of dropped in there for a hit. She hits a home run last time. This time she dropped one in front of the center fielder.
6th base hit for Arkansas. A couple of them have been bloops, but the others pretty well hit. And now top of the order, and Reagan Johnson. Johnson, one of the captains on this team, from Karnes City, Texas. All-time hits leader at University of Arkansas. 1 ball, 1 strike.
She's a captain, and Carly Davison, who we just saw, is a captain as well, along with Robin Heron. 3 captains of this Arkansas team. They were voted for that position by their own teammates.
You see the C on her uniform, emblematic of being one of the 3 captains on the Razorback team. Again, she's running up on it and trying to slap it the other way. When you were hitting, you were not a run up and hit the ball player, were you? Or did you do that slapping a little bit?
Oh, no, Bruce. You have to have speed to do that.
So you stayed back.
I stayed back. Well, first of all, you're going to see, I was a right-handed hitter. You're going to see the lefties do that. They're the ones who kind of run out of the box. But back to what we were talking about. Usually you have speed that does that. That was not my strong suit.
Not your forte. That one slapped to shortstop. The play made by Ray for one. That'll be it. Johnson aboard at first on a fielder's choice. But just to follow up on that point, you played with some good slappers.
Oh, yeah.
I just find it so difficult. I would think it would be so difficult to be running and hitting at the same time. That, to me, it still astounds me how young ladies can get square contact.
Yeah, you definitely have to. It's an art. A lot of practice goes into that.
That was mishandled by catcher Turner and was just a little bit high in the stolen base by Johnson.
It's her 18th on the year. She is now 18 for 18.
Yeah.
Very quick. But if you look at the starting lineup for Arkansas, she's just one of maybe a couple that they ever send on stolen bases. So they're not a real quick team based on stats. You got Carly Davison with 2 stolen bases on the year, and then other than that, they're not really trying.
Dakota Kennedy has 7. She's out today. But overall, 30 out of 32 on stolen bases for the year for Arkansas. So they run when they get the right people on, right?
Reagan Johnson, for the most part. She's got a good portion of them.
1-2 to Brinley Bain. Was 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout. Then she walked and came home to score on the base hit by Rijo, which scored the 4th Arkansas run.
Not a bad off-speed pitch right there by Hopkins, especially with 2 strikes.
Two and 2 count. Alexa Hopkins in relief of Mara Moore. Spoils that one. 2 and 2. She spoiled a bunch of pitches before she struck out in the first against Moore, and then, of course, was very patient, got that walk in the 3rd. And takes that one. Talk about that patience. She is arguably the bane of the Tulsa pitching staff today.
Yeah.
Of their existence.
I credit her with being able to take that pitch. That's a tough pitch to take when you have 2 strikes.
Yeah. And then she spills that one foul.
You can just see in all 3 of her bats, though, just how many pitches she is seeing in each at bat. And that goes back to what we've been talking about, just her patience. It goes to show, again, reminding you, she's a freshman. And that is not a characteristic that you see out of a lot of freshmen.
Doesn't look like a freshman.
No.
You mentioned her on-base percentage at .547. Reagan Grant of UCLA leads the nation, .651.
That's incredible.
Well, there's another walk. So she's 2 for 3 on base percentage.
Yeah.
2 out and 2 on.
Yeah, she had that strikeout and then 2 walks. So still on base twice today.
There you see assistant coach Matt Michael, who coaches 3rd base and also is a specialist on defense, and one of the main reasons certainly that the Razorbacks are one of the better defensive teams in the country.
Pinch runner at first base.
There's a pinch runner in the game, and that is Kyler Del Duca. Del Duca comes in as the pinch runner. Ella McDowell, the batter. She's 1 for 2.
That tells you a lot about the coaching staff's belief in McDowell. They got 2 outs, and they have a pinch runner come in and make that substitution. They believe that McDowell can hit a hole and possibly score, Del Duca from first in this situation. I'm guessing that's what their strategy is.
Yeah, get one in the gap. Here comes the pitching coach for the University of Tulsa, Jessica Dresswick will talk with Alexa Hopkins, who was trying to get out of this inning with no runs scored. Had the chance against Bain, but Bain waited her out and got the walk. What is this discussion most likely to be about?
Well, in this situation, you just got to remind your pitcher of what your game plan is. We want to keep the ball down, which is Hopkins' go-to anyway. We want to change our speeds. We want to make sure that we do not get too close to the middle of the plate, either up or down or side to side, because McDowell is an impressive hitter. So you just remind her of what her game plan is. Get it.
Meantime, on the split screen, we see Brinley Maples warming up, so it might have to buy some time, huh?
Definitely an option right there.
But certainly a message was given, and here's McDowell with a count of 2-0. Very dangerous hitter. And hits that one on a line. Wow, that one all the way to the base of the fence. Scoring is Johnson. Heading to third is Bain, and into second with a two-bagger is McDowell. That one was hit right on the screws. No chance for Madison Garcia to get back and make that catch.
No, and that ball just got way too much of the plate. It was pretty much down the middle, as we talked about. You know, with Hopkins being a down ball pitcher, that ball was just too high for her zone. Great piece of hitting.
And of course, with 2 outs, the very speedy Johnson is going to score easily.
Absolutely.
And now you have runners at second and third, and the score is 5-0 in favor of Arkansas. RBI double for McDowell. Del Duca at third. McDowell at second, and Tiana Bell the batter.
We were talking about the strategy of Arkansas putting in the pinch runner and Del Duca to try to score on one in the gap. Well, McDowell said, I'm going to hit it too hard for her to be able to score from first.
That's right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alexa Hopkins has really good stuff. There's such good movement on her pitches. It's a matter of command, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just not leaving something in the zone, like I was talking about, leaving it a little bit too high, really using that drop ball and the off speed. You also got to be careful, like in that situation right there with your drop ball, you know, because you got runner on third. If it gets past your catcher.
Yeah, Turner did a good job there.
She did.
So it's 2-2 now to the power hitting Tiana Bell.
Here's that down pitch. And I like that pitch right there. So even with a 2-2 count, you know, you go to 3-2 on that, but that's a good spot. You want to try to get her to chase that ball.
And so now the count is full. Hit hard but foul.
That looked like it might have been an off-speed pitch that hung over the plate a little bit. So Tulsa breathing a sigh of relief right there that one went foul.
Might have dodged one, huh?
Yeah.
Hopkins will get it up into the 66-67 range when throwing well. One of the things Coach Chrissy Strimple talked about with her is she really has good bullpens. Throws it really well and just has not done as good a job as she would like at bringing it into the game. Went
Nice
after that
pitch
down
right there.
ball, huh?
Yeah, very nice pitch. Had the drop right there. And Bell with a 3-2 count, as I've talked about, you don't want to put it in the umpire's hands, so you spoil that pitch and hope for a mistake by Hopkins on the next one.
7 base hits for Arkansas, none for Tulsa. Hard hit, but Ray takes care of it. Solid play by the Tulsa shortstop, but 1 run comes in on a couple of base hits. And 2 left at the end of 3.5 innings of play. It is Arkansas leading 5-0 over the Golden Hurricane here in Tulsa, Oklahoma on ESPN.
of Tulsa attract the most National Merit Scholars per capita? Easy.
Tulsa maintains a 9-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio.
And we get into medical school at twice the national average.
Tulsa undergrads contribute to groundbreaking research.
And offers one of the largest student investment funds in the nation. And we rank among the top 25 for cybersecurity programs.
At the University of Tulsa, stand out, belong.
A 5-0 score in favor of the Arkansas Razorbacks. They have 7 base hits, and that young lady, Robin Heron, has not allowed a base hit so far. How special has she been?
She's pitched a well of a game. Her stuff is just moving. She's keeping the Golden Hurricane hitters off balance. And like we talked about, they're getting some contact on the ball, but it's weak contact or it's foul balls.
Tulsa did get a base runner on what was probably the hardest hit ball. That was Annika Dill's ground ball to shortstop, which was muffed by Rijo for the only base runner for Tulsa, and the only error in the game. Here's Clara Skaggs.
Again, a hard hit, foul back. We've seen so many foul tips, foul backs out of these Golden Hurricane hitters. So that just tells you that Heron's keeping them just enough off balance that they can't square it up.
That one hit hard down the right field line and a base hit for Skaggs. She'll look for 2. And she's in with a stand-up double. So Skaggs leads off the 4th with a 2-bagger. First base hit given up by Heron, who, by the way, has 3 no-hitters in her time.
And that really was not a bad pitch. That ball was down in the zone. You got to give all the credit to Clara Skaggs right there. She got her hands down to that ball, got the barrel on it, and hit it in the right field corner.
Here's Amber Turner.
Just a solid piece of hitting by Skaggs.
The ball's 1 strike to Turner, who struck out swinging in the first inning. Second base runner for Tulsa. They're down 5-0. They need more of that. They want to get back in this. Boy, and she just blew 2 fastballs right by her, didn't she?
Yeah, she's throwing the ball hard. We said that she'd throw mid to upper 60s. It seems like she's on that upper end this evening.
And she goes after that one as well. 3 high fastballs. And Turner went after all of them. That's her second strikeout of the game. Turner struck out twice, and that just kept rising, didn't it?
Yeah, I think that was a rise. It looked like it might have been a little slower than the pitches before as well. So I don't know what kind of pitch she has that might do that, or maybe she just took a little something off of that one. But definitely was a rise ball. Went straight at Turner with those.
Strikeout number 6 for her. Here's Dea Moses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moses struck out swinging to lead off the second inning. And they counted 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robin Heron is a senior from Tampa, Florida. Career opposing batting average, 178. That's the best in Arkansas history.
That's right on line with where she's at this year, 177. So
that ball's hit pretty well to left field, way back. Wyckoff is back, and that ball's out of the park, a home run. Dea Moses goes the other way, and Moses parks one. That is home run number 8 for Dea Moses. It's 5-2.
beautiful piece of hitting right there by Moses. That was the same rise ball that we saw her throwing to Turner, but Moses was able to get her hands up just enough to get a good bat on the ball, and with today's wind, it sailed right over the left field fence.
And now the hitter is Macy Cole. Tulsa gets 2 on the board. 2 base hits in the inning. The Skaggs double, the Moses home run. A 5-2 game.
I like what I'm seeing from Tulsa hitters, or at least the 2 hits with Skaggs and then Moses there. You saw Skaggs bring her hands down low to get to the drop ball, and then you saw Moses get her hands up high to get level there with that rise ball.
Now a 2-0 count to Macy Cole. Popped out to the first baseman her first time up. Little conference on the mound. Kennedy Miller going out to talk with Robin Herron. A lot of these midweek games you will see maybe the #1 starter, but you'll also see work by other pitchers. So I'm not saying she won't pitch the rest of the game, but I would think it's likely Arkansas will use other pitchers.
Yeah, we might see somebody else. You never know. I guess we'll see what happens, you know, if this becomes a closer game. Tulsa gets a couple more runs on the board. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Deifel does.
I know there is some activity in the bullpen area for Arkansas. It's in for a strike. Macy thought it was ball 4.
Sounds like a lot of the Tulsa fans agreed with her.
Yeah, about 150 umpires over to our right were complaining about that. And that's a looper and in for a base hit. So Macy Cole didn't get all of it, got enough of it. And it's a 1-out base hit for Cole after the home run by Moses.
That's what I love about Macy Cole. She's just feisty. She fights for it every time. That ball, yeah, like you said, she didn't get all of it. That ball actually got in on her hands, and she inside, what they call inside out of the ball to right field, so that's why it wasn't hit very well. But you know what? It's a base hit in the books.
And a foul off by Faith Russell. So a 2-run home run by Dea Moses, making it 5-2. And here's Faith Russell with 1 out and a runner aboard. Faith struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. Oh, 0-2 now. Russell started hot for Tulsa this year offensively. She's cooled down a little bit, but still at 288, she's done a solid job. And we've seen some really good defensive plays for her tonight. Stays alive.
Tulsa's a team that really feeds off of 1 hit, 2 hit. That's what you'll see. They'll just all of a sudden explode. And then they got a lot of runs on the board. So it'll be interesting to see what they do if they continue with the momentum.
Another protection swing, and it's still 0-2. That one just off the plate, good take. One of the things Faith Russell has been known for in her time at Tulsa, she'll expand the zone that much. She does not chase. And when she does, she fouls it off usually. That is strike 3.
It looked like a bit of an off-speed pitch right there, and it just locked her up. May have been guessing a little bit, wondering what spin she was going to get yet next, and instead she got that off-speed. And you could tell it just stopped her right there in her tracks, and she knew.
Annika Dill, the hitter, fouls that one away. So Tulsa's gotten 2 here in the 4th. Cole is aboard, but there are 2 outs now, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Robin Herron, and she has 7 for the game. No walks.
And Annika Dill is the one who, you know, got a pretty good bat on the ball the last at bat, reached on an error.
No balls, 2 strikes. Game number 35 between Tulsa and Arkansas. They had not played each other since 2019, and frankly, this game was not on the schedule as the season moved into its early phases. And because of some rainouts, Tulsa had one rained out last week against Missouri State. Arkansas had a few washed away. The 2 programs felt it would be good to play. And this is a game that should be played.
Absolutely. I think it should be on the schedule every year. So maybe this will be the start of something again. When I played here, I feel like for the most part, Arkansas was one we played every year. You know, we play OU every year, we play OSU every year, and Arkansas, it's just kind of the regional thing to do.
Counted 1 ball and 2 strikes. Monica Dill trying to keep it going for Tulsa here. Monica from Poto High School, north and east of here. Ground ball left side, sneaks through for a base hit. Tulsa has their 4th base hit of the inning, and they keep it alive. Dill with a base hit, so she twice has gotten pretty solid contact. Cole holding at second.
Yeah, you see she was smiling because look at this pitch. That ball was basically on the dirt. It was on the outside corner, and she somehow caught shortstop, headed up the middle there, and was able to sneak it through the 5-6 hole. But you could see she was smiling when she got down to first base because she knew that was one of the ones where she was like, oh, I snuck that one in there.
Here's Ray, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Kind of hit a 9-iron over there.
Yeah, she did.
In celebration of Tulsa's women's golf championship today, right?
Yeah, that's what she was doing. You can just ask her later. She can say that was it. She did. She took that one pretty much off the ground.
That's kind of the way I hit my 9-iron. I hook it right between the 6 and 5 hole.
I don't hit anything in golf. Isn't that crazy? I was a collegiate softball player, and I can't golf to save my life. You'd think the whole hand-eye coordination thing would carry over, but not for me.
There's Courtney Deifel, the head coach, done a great job with Arkansas. Talking with Robin Heron. Now, you know, Robin, and obviously this happens a lot in Norman, but she had the first performance, losing pitcher at Oklahoma on Friday, gave up 5 hits and 4 runs. The middle game, she pitched well, but then in the Sunday game, an inning and 1/3, and gave up 4 runs on 4 base hits. You see that is a pretty good indication as to how they do against unranked teams. There aren't many unranked teams in the SEC.
To go back and look and see that one unranked opponent they lost against here.
Virginia, I believe. Way back at the beginning of the year.
Season opening tournament. Yeah. Virginia lost 4-2. So that was a long time ago. We're talking February, the last time they lost to an unranked opponent.
And Ray has the count at 3 balls and 1 strike here. It's in for a strike. So with the 3-2 and 2 outs, the runners will be unleashed at the release. Ray popped out to the second baseman, her first time up. Checked her swing, and that is, they're going to appeal this. They say that she went around, or did they say that she did not swing?
I think they at least went to third base there with Perry Owens, and he said that she went. It was interesting. He looked at her running down first base.
And we'll get another look at it. Did she go? Pretty darn close.
Pretty close, but she takes off running, which would be like a drop third strike.
Huh. So at any rate, it's a 5-2 score. A little bit of confusion there. And it is 5-2 Arkansas leading as Tulsa gets 2. ending to the inning, a check swing that possibly could have been ball 4, and the home plate umpire, Brent Harden, looked like he wanted to appeal at first and instead appealed to third, but there's an umpire right down there at first base. That should have been an appeal to first base, right?
Yeah, it always goes to that side because she's a right-handed hitter. He's the only one at first base, if you could see if she actually broke the bat head and actually went for that ball. So very confusing moments because he never, at first base, you know, Jerry Jones never said whether she went or not. He just called her out on the
throwdown.
On the throwdown.
Yeah. Brindley Maples now is the new pitcher for Tulsa, and the Hurricane was not happy with that confusion. And now leading it off is Riho. And here's the scouting report on Brindley.
Brindley Maples is going to throw the mid to upper 60s. She's got pretty much everything. I know earlier in the season when I talked to Chrissy Strempel, she said she really needed to have her down ball work as well, kind of like Hopkins against these hard-hitting teams for her stuff to work and to keep these hitters off balance.
Rio is 1 for 2.
Definitely the hardest thrower on the team, so she needs to mix those speeds as well.
Maples from Moore, Oklahoma, South Moore High School, a senior. Well, the Hurricane got 4 base hits last half inning and scored twice, and that's a nice play by Macy Cole.
I don't call it the hot corner for no reason, and that was from a lefty.
Got a good bat on it, but a nice play by Macy.
Definitely so quick, just reached on over there.
Great work by our camera crew. Wyckoff, the hitter, is 1 for 2.
Don't have a gun to get the speed on these pitches, but that seemed to be thrown pretty hard.
Into the upper 60s usually for Brindley. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's why it's so important for her off speed to be mixed in and thrown as well, because she is throwing the ball so hard.
Now 2-1. 1 run in each of the 3rd and 4th innings for Arkansas, and they got 3 in the 2nd on the big home run by Davison to have the current 5-2 lead. Yeah, 3-1 count to Wyckoff. Out of Katy, Texas, went to Texas Tech. And that's a walk.
She had been missing down. She got that one up more in the zone. But home plate umpire Brent Harden said it was outside.
Kennedy Miller, the hitter, had a double right over the head of the center fielder in her first at bat, and then grounded into a force play. 1 ball, no strikes. Brindley Maples has started 11 times this year, and she gets to the ground ball. They have 1 safe at first. Fielder's choice, good play by Macy Cole. Almost a twin Kelly. 2 down. Now they're going to talk about something. What would they be talking about, I wonder?
I'm not quite sure. I would like to see it again, though.
Looks safe to me.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. I think he made the right call. I think it's safe.
Looks like they will review it, though.
Yeah. So that must have been what the umpires were coming together about. We just didn't see that Coach Trimble had told them she wanted to review. It's very close. It's a bang-bang, but, well, from that angle, I'm not sure.
Yeah, looks like it could be possibly overturned, but it may be too close to call, too.
It may be. Man, I'd like to see that angle again while we're waiting if we have a chance. That was real close. When I first saw the play, I thought actually she was out.
Right.
But then on the first playback, I'm like, no, I think she was safe. But then on the second playback, it might have changed my mind.
Yeah, well, and those are the angles I'm sure that the umpires will have a look at here to see if there's a possibility to overturn. And it's certainly worth the bet if you're Chrissy Strimple, don't you think?
Absolutely. As we're getting later in the game, totally worth, because you don't want Arkansas to get more momentum. All right, so we're slowing it down again. I don't know, Bruce. I think if they look this one over, I'm trying to see if it's in Skaggs' glove before she hits the base.
And they're going to say safe. The call stands. And part of it is, too, did it hit the glove? And if it hits the back of the glove, does the glove have to be totally closed? You know, it's really kind of when it hits, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, it would be first contact. That was really close play, though.
Yep.
No, it does not get much closer than that for sure.
Here's Cam Harrison with 2 outs and a runner aboard. That's a pitch Brindley Maples would like, but just a little bit outside, and you can tell that she's mouthing, where was that? Trying to figure out where it was, a little bit outside. That's in for a strike, 1-1. Harrison with a walk and a ground out so far. That's a line shot just past a sprawling Presley Ray. Oh, good base hit for Harrison. We go to the number 9 hitter, Carly Davison.
Take another look at it right here. That ball was on the inside part of the plate, a little bit up in the zone. Not too much though, and just got past Ray. She almost made a play on that.
So now with 2 down, Davis in the batter. Tulsa's pitching staff put a 0 up on the wall in the first, but have not been able to do that since. 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth for Arkansas on a 5-2 lead. That hitter checked her swing and got her on the arm or the elbow. And now the base is loaded for Reagan Johnson. Just barely got her.
If you're going to be hit by a pitch in fast pitch softball, that's how you want it to happen. Or a changeup, but.
That's a strike for 0-1. See the numbers for the Razorbacks this year: 7 Grand Slams, tying the program record. Chance for one here. Johnson, as we've talked about, is kind of a slapper, runs up. She has 0 home runs this year.
I was going to say, this may not be the girl to do it.
Although you never know. Base is full, 2 outs. Back to the mound, and they'll just shovel to home. And that is it. So they do indeed put up a 0 up on the wall, and wasn't easy, but Brindley Maples gets through the 5th, and we head to the bottom of the 5th, 5-2 Arkansas. liked from the left-hander for the Razorbacks?
She's really just been keeping Tulsa off balance, getting both sides of the plate, moving up and down as well. Even when the Golden Hurricane have gotten base hits, she's pitched the ball well. They've just gotten their hands in the right position. 8
strikeouts, no walks for Robin Herron, the senior from Tampa, Florida. But Tulsa able to get the shutdown inning, if you will, in the top half of the 5th after they got 2. They were able to survive in the top half of the 5th and see what the Golden Hurricane will be able to do with Madison Garcia leading it off, then top of the order for Glenn, and then Skaggs. Right back to the pitcher, Herron. Gets the job done, 1 down. And it's Mackenzie Glenn, who has struck out twice. Goes after that one, skies it to the left side. Wyckoff has time to get over there, makes the foul ball catch, 2 down. And after a kind of struggling inning where she gave up 2 and you had base runners all over the place, this is a nice recovery inning for Robin Herron.
Yeah, she's come right back at it, and that's what one of the things that I really like about Robin Herron is she has a game plan and she sticks to it. Even last inning when there was a few hiccups for her, she's still stuck with her game plan of going up and down and getting Tulsa hitters to hit her pitch instead of throwing things that are flat.
That hiccup started with Clara Skaggs in the 4th inning with a double down the right field line. She later scored on the day a Moses home run. Tulsa making it 5-2 at that point, and that's where we stand here in the home half of the 5th inning.
If you'll remember, that wasn't a bad pitch by Herron that Skaggs doubled on. That was just really good hitting by Skaggs.
Clara didn't like that call. She thought it was off the plate. Last time up, she hit her 13th double of the year. And she went after that one, and she is not happy at all, as that is it. And a nice comeback inning for Herron as she strikes out Skaggs for strikeout number 9. And it's a 5-2 Arkansas lead into the 6th. Here's the Arkansas season profile. Number 1 in the RPI rankings. Great schedule, obviously, and there you see the run rules that they've been able to execute. Lots of great numbers.
I mean, they've had more wins by run rules than not.
Yeah.
I know I've talked about it about 3 times now this game, but it's really hard to really impress me, and that stat impresses me.
The leadoff hitter is Brinley Bain here in the 6th inning against Brinley Maples. One of the rarities, Brinley against Brinley. First names spelled differently. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Our fans watching on ESPN Plus did not see this, but definitely the upset nature of Clara Skaggs, and she doesn't show that much emotion that often in terms of umpires' calls, but boy, she was steaming. And there's a grounder back to the mound, taken care of by Maples. And Coach Strimple backing up her player, went out there and went to the umpire and had quite a bit to say.
Yeah, as we were talking about, Skaggs was not happy with the call right before she ended up striking out. It seems that Coach Strimple had something to say about it as well.
You see Emma Vickery there. She has checked in behind the plate. She's the new catcher for Tulsa, replacing Amber Turner. And the batter is Ella McDowell, who is 2 for 3, a single in the first, a ground out to second in the 3rd inning, and then an RBI double in the 4th. And at that point, looked like Arkansas was quite in command of this game at 5-0, but the Hurricane battling back with a 2-run home run by Dea Moses to make it 5-2. And we're in the late innings now. Oh, that's a
nice
tough
pitch right there. Off speed. Coach Stifel calls Ella McDowell a really tough out, and we've seen why tonight. Power hitter, as we mentioned, All-American last year as a freshman. Coach Stifel says she also has a lot of personality for the team. And definitely helps the competitive chemistry of the team.
Yes.
A lot of competitors out there.
In this day and age, every year you shuffle the deck, you got a lot of new players coming in. You never know on that chemistry, do you?
You never know. I mean, they're rebuilding teams. You know, when I played, we didn't have the transfer portal to where you could just go in and out. You had to sit out a year if you transferred. So it didn't happen a lot. You know, you saw a lot more kids committing to a university and then staying there for 4 years, or you would have them come in, you know, as a, you know, junior college transfer 2 years in. But as far as just the switching and ping-ponging, you didn't see that.
Easier to build chemistry, I would think.
Before. Yeah, I was say, yeah. I think before you play with each other longer for sure.
2 down here in the 6th. And Tiana Bell is the hitter. And why are we putting this up? Bree Ellis, Arkansas Razorbacks. Well, they have a bobblehead promotion coming up in the next home game against Missouri. And the question was, for Tiana Bell, who transfers in from Cal, how are you going to match Bree Ellis? How are you going to fill her shoes? Well, she's done quite nicely at that. However, Bree Ellis was the National Player of the Year. 440 average, 26 home runs, 72 RBIs. And so the question constantly for Tiana Bell has been asked, how do you fill her shoes? And Coach says, well, you fill it with other things. You fill it with other players, and you fill the gaps in.
Yeah, and Coach Stifel didn't like that so often. People keep asking, is Bell your next Ellis? Because she's like, nobody can be Bree Ellis, and we don't need to put that on anybody. Tiana Bell is Tiana Bell, but she's doing a nice job. She thinks that they're compared a lot because they, you know, obviously both playing first base. They're both power hitters.
Right.
So it's easy for people to go, okay, well this is your Bree now. But if you're an Arkansas Razorbacks fan, you know that Bree Ellis is a once in a lifetime player.
Legend. Yeah. Well, I mean, all you have to do, Tiana, is replace somebody that's got a bobblehead already. You know, I mean.
Right, no big deal.
Yeah. And that's a really nice changeup by Brinley Maples, and Tiana Bell strikes out a 1-2-3 inning, the first registered by the Tulsa pitching staff. And at the end of 5.5 innings of play, Arkansas with a 5-2 lead over Tulsa here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. watching their Razorbacks leading Tulsa 5-2. It's about an hour and 45-minute drive from Fayetteville. And a lot of folks in Northwest Arkansas, even closer, like Springdale and some of those areas, obviously are Arkansas Razorback fans making the trek. And a lot of Tulsa fans here, obviously, as well. That's a Tulsa basketball player, KJ Martin, who is up in the stands. And it'll be Emma Vickery to lead it off here in the 6th inning against left-hander Heron. Vickery came in for Turner last half inning defensively. Turner had struck out twice. And here's Vickery's first opportunity. Vickery is batting .258 on the year. 2 doubles, no triples, and 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. One and 2 now. A pretty impressive last inning by Heron after she ran into trouble in the 4th.
Absolutely, she just came back and kept working as she had been the whole game. That shows composure out of a senior. It is what you would expect out of their ace. Composure of, I know what my game plan is, I'm gonna stick with it. There was, you know, one rough inning, but that doesn't change what I'm doing.
Vickery down on the count, 1 and 2. Junior from Jenks, Oklahoma. And she gets her with a breaking ball.
Nice off speed right there. Slowed it down a little bit.
So in that 3-hole, Robin Heron has struck him out every time.
Yep, took something off of it, dropped out of the zone. Very nice pitching right there by Heron.
Here's Moses, who got her for a home run last time up. Here's a look at what Dea Moses did her last time up in the 4th. Got Tulsa on the board.
Same thing I was talking about, that pitch that Moses hit out wasn't necessarily a bad pitch by Heron. It was just up in the zone, and she got her hands up and went with the ball.
Moses with that home run for Tulsa, her 8th, which ties her for 2nd with Macy Cole. And I would suspect that I've seen her hit 3 or 4 home runs to left and left center, so she definitely has power that other way. 1 and 2 count. Heron was dominant in the first 3 innings, no hits allowed, only 1 base runner. Then Tulsa got her for 2 in the 4th. Now she's back on the beam and strikes out Moses for the 2nd time. 2 down and Macy Cole now. That's 11 strikeouts now for Robin Heron. Cole 1 for 2. Now they appeal to the first base ump. And he says safe, no swing.
I'm still perplexed about what happened at the end of the 4th inning.
One ball, 1 strike count. And what Sarah's referring to was a check swing in which they looked like they were going to appeal to first, which made sense with a right-handed hitter. Then they appealed to the 3rd base umpire, who punched her out. And it ended what was still a promising inning for Tulsa, down 5-2. They would have had the bases loaded had that been a walk. So kind of a controversial play. And now 1 and 2 to Macy Cole. Hits her with the off speed. That's 3 straight strikeouts, 12 in the ball game for Robin Heron. And Arkansas has a 5-2 lead as we go now to the top half of the 7th inning. It's all Heron and Arkansas with a 3-run lead. has doubled up Tulsa on the hit side, but down by only 3 as we go to the 7th inning. Italian Kaylee Wyckoff and Kennedy Miller against Brinley Maples, who had arguably Tulsa's best pitching inning of the game in the 6th. She mowed them down 1-2-3 and pumps in a strike. Rijo 1 for 3, had an RBI single. That's a base hit. And toward the corner, Rijo will look for 2. And she gets a sliding double. She got down on that one, I think, if you take a look at it.
Take a look at it. That ball was really in on her hands. You see, she even let go of the bat there pretty early. She just got around on it. Got it right there down the line. That one may have stung her hands just a little bit.
Wyckoff is the hitter, and she stands at the plate. And you see Coach Michael there, going to be a pinch runner. And it would appear to be, and is, Ava Carter. So Carter at second base. And Wyckoff, the hitter, is 1 for 2. A walk, base hit, and a ground out. No balls, 1 strike. Now 0-2. If Tulsa's going to harbor any chance to come back in the bottom of the 7th, they got to put a 0 up today, or right here in the 7th.
Yeah, very important. Just with the way Robin Herron's throwing, she's just, except for that 4th inning, been dominant. And so Tulsa definitely does not want to allow any more runs to cross that plate.
Good block by Vickery. After this game, the Golden Hurricane will stay at home and will take on East Carolina Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. To the left side, it's going to be tough to get her out. And no throw. Wyckoff with a base hit. She just got such a good jump out of the box, didn't she?
She did. I was going to see if we're going to see that again. We're not going to see it again. It also looked like it kind of caught Presley Ray off guard. Like maybe she was going the opposite of direction of where that ball was hit. By the time she got to it, there was just no play for her at first base.
Casey Wood comes in as a pinch runner. So you have Carter at second, Casey Wood at first, nobody out, and Kennedy Miller, the hitter. Arkansas a chance to punch a hole in the game here. 0-1 count. Miller doubled in the 2nd, bounced into a forced play in the 3rd, and did that again in the 5th. Coming into the game, hitting .314. But her big value is how well she plays on the defensive side behind the plate. Terrific catcher.
Coach Deifel says she's one of the best catchers in the dirt that she's seen. And I think what she means by that is she can pick them out of the dirt really easily. Keep
back up, back up the middle. Chance for a moment for 2, but no throw for Faith Russell. Moving to 3rd is Carter. Wood is out at second base, 6-4, and Miller aboard on another fielder's choice. So now 1st and 3rd with 1 down. Harrison the batter, and I would presume Tulsa would bring the infield in at this point. Or do they stay back and look for a double play here? Looks like they're going to stay back.
to see, you know, different strategies of different teams in this situation. It is really hard to get your old-fashioned double play in softball just because the bases are so close together.
Right.
You see double play in baseball all the time.
Sure.
They got to go 90 feet.
Well, it looks like he may be going to a pinch runner yet again, as Miller is aboard, and indeed another Razorback will come out of the dugout. And this time it is Jaden Wells. So Jaden Wells comes in. First and third with one down, and Cam Harrison the batter. Cam is the DP, also as a pitcher for this Arkansas team. That one toward shortstop. They will not get a double play on that one, and a run scores, but they get the out at second. And a fielder's choice RBI for Cam Harrison, and what may be a very important run for Arkansas. 6-2 is the score now.
And you saw what their strategy was right there. They stayed back, and it looked like they wanted to initially try to go for that double play, but it was just a bouncer hit to Ray, and there was just no time.
Runner at first, 2 down. And with Maples, you know, you're apt, if she's throwing well, throwing that drop ball, to get a ground ball.
To get a ground ball right there. Yeah.
Davis in the batter. She's 2 for 2 with a 3-run home run. 6-2 now, Arkansas. The leadoff double by Rijo got it going. I've been impressed with Brinley Maples. She's really showed that she could come in and do a good job against a really first-class offense.
Yeah, she's thrown the ball really well, thrown her game, kept the ball down, and pitched her game. Used her off-speed some, which is helping to keep the Arkansas hitters off balance a little bit. I mean, for instance, in that last at-bat, she got weak contact, which in that case ended up working in favor of Arkansas. Tulsa couldn't roll up a double play, and they got to score that run. But in most cases, that's what you're going to want to see out of a pitcher, is getting that weak contact ground ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes now to Davison. Her home run turned a 0-0 game into a 3-0 Razorback lead, and they have not looked back. Now 3-2. Wells will be off. At the release. And that one down low, ball 4. Actually, it is Walker, the pinch runner, who strolls to second. Wells was out on the force play, but Walker, the pinch runner, at second, and Davison with the walk, and it looks like we will have the pinch running parade continue.
Now batting number 5, Ashton Reichart.
Oh, no, it's going to be a pinch hitter. Reichart will be the pinch hitter for Arkansas here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Ashton Reichart. 1 ball, no strikes. Reichart on the season, 273 hitter. You see the numbers, a home run, 4 RBIs. One count. Arkansas has out-hit Tulsa 10-4 in this game. That's a base hit to left. Rounding third, trying to score on the play, and in is Walker. Into second base goes Johnson, and
yeah, Coach Michael,
the pinch hitter, and there you go.
Yeah, you can see Coach Michael sending the runner there the whole entire time, but Madison Garcia misplayed the ball a little bit. If we can see it right here, just that mishap right there meant that there was no opportunity to get that runner out at home.
Reichart moves to second base. on the bobble, so there may be an error there to the left fielder. At any rate, it scores a run. It's 7-2 Arkansas. As Walker comes around to score, Davison at third. The batter is Brinley Bain, a 7-2 score. 2 important runs for Arkansas here in the top of the 7th inning to make it a 5-run ball game. 2-0 the count. Bain is 0 for 2 with a pair of walks and a run scored. Deep left field, back is Garcia, has room. And that's it for Arkansas, but they score 2 important runs here in the top of the 7th inning. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Arkansas has a 7-2 lead over the Golden Hurricane as they get a couple of important runs in the top of the 7th. Last chance for Tulsa coming up on ESPN. There's 2 runs for Arkansas in the top of the 7th and a 7-2 lead. And Tulsa needs base runners here. Faith Russell to lead it off against Robin Heron, who's looking for a complete game here. And Burns in a strike. What are those 2 runs that Arkansas scored in the top of the 7th do for a pitcher like Robin Heron?
That's called insurance runs. It just gives her a little bit more room just to take a deep breath and keep doing what she's been doing all game. Not as much pressure.
Shortstop Rio shows off the arm, 1 down.
I think it helps the defense just breathe a little bit as well. Maybe not play tense at all, just doing your thing, making the plays, and working behind her.
So for Heron, she has 5 complete games on the season. This is her 16th start, her 23rd overall appearance, and she faces Annika Dill here. Dill's been aboard twice, reached on an error in the 3rd and then had a base hit in the 4th. Time is called and Dill will go talk with Chrissy Strimple about something.
Looks like maybe, I don't know, you can see her wincing. Maybe she got a little bit of the sting of the hands there and just needed a moment to shake it off, is what I'm thinking. I may be wrong, but her wrist, it's something to do with her wrist, I think, is what Chrissy just told the umpire, but I'm not sure.
Let's see if we can get a look.
Ball's definitely on the outside part of the plate. She's really reaching for it, which means she would have hit it there off the end of the bat. And you see immediately she winces a little bit, so.
See, your dad would say bees in the bat, right? if it stung.
Bees in the bat.
Bees in the bat. You've never heard that?
I've never heard that, which is weird because my dad's,
Got those old slangy phrases.
Baseball.
Yeah.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, especially on cold days. You hit one off the end of the bat. If you had a wooden bat in the old days, there'd be bees in the bat.
You know what my dad would always tell me? It wouldn't hurt if you hit it in the right part of the bat. That's what he told me. But either way, it does look like she had to go out on that.
Yeah. Leah Scarborough comes in now for Tulsa. Let's hope it's not serious.
Yeah.
Because Tulsa has an important series coming up at home against East Carolina starting on Friday.
Yeah, very rarely do you see a pinch hitter come in, mid-count. So
right.
Scarborough came in with one strike on her. She took a ball. I don't know, maybe Annika Dill rolled her wrist funny or something. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see exactly what happened later on.
That's a strike for a 2-2 count. Scarborough on the year, 286 hitter, 1 extra base hit, a double, and 5 RBIs.
Like she's getting a little attention there from the athletic trainers. It's kind of hard to see. You got some players in front. They may be wrapping it or just doing that initial diagnosis of maybe what happened.
3-2 pitch fouled away. Good job by Scarborough. I don't know how many pinch hitting appearances you had. You were usually a starter. How tough is it to come in that situation, and you're facing one of the best in the nation in Robin Herron?
Yeah, it's a tall order for sure. She comes in not just cold, but in the middle of a count.
And she gets strike 3 on the outside edge. I think the Tulsa fans thought that was a strike, but it is strike 3, and it is strikeout number 12 now.
You see it right there, and that's a situation where it's tough to take that on 2 strikes because what we're talking about, you put it in the umpire's hands in that situation. And he has shown that he likes that corner of the plate this game. But that's also something as a player that walks into the game at the bottom of the 7th doesn't know.
Actually, strikeout number 13 for Robin Herron. 13 strikeouts, no walks. And obviously there have been a couple of base hits and that sort of thing, but you got to smile if you're Courtney Deifel, as your left-hander has done those sorts of numbers with no walks.
Yeah, she's pitched a whale of a game.
Last chance for Tulsa is Presley Ray, who's 0 for 2. Arkansas looking for victory number 37. Getting closer to that 40-win mark again. A year ago, this team really felt they were going to do well in the Super Regional, and unfortunately got beaten by Ole Miss. That one to right field, fairly deep, but playable. And Brinley Bain makes the catch, and that's the ball game. The Arkansas Razorbacks win and go to 37-8 on the year. Tulsa drops to 17-27. It's a complete game for Robin Herron, and the Razorbacks will now get ready for a home date coming up against Missouri starting on Friday in Fayetteville. Arkansas wins 7-2 here in Tulsa. recover and defeat the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. The final is 7-2 here in Tulsa for the number 6 Arkansas Razorbacks. 7 runs, 11 hits, and an error for Tulsa. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. And our player of the game is the starting pitcher, Robin Herron, who was terrific in this game. 13 strikeouts, no walks. Robin, how did you get it going today?
Oh, wow. I just felt like my goal was to just start ahead early with strikes and to just trust my spin through the zone. So I think that's why I was able to get ahead and count so well today.
I know with OU there were a couple of difficult performances for you, some difficult moments, obviously, in the series against Oklahoma. Is this a good recovery game for you?
Absolutely, and they're a great offense, so I just had to tip my cap to them and move on. This game's about having a short-term memory, so I just want to come out here and pitch how I know how to, and just perform up to my standard.
And Robin, there was rough inning, 4th inning, where Tulsa got a couple on the board. How did you regroup and come back out and just start dominating again after that?
Yeah, I think they just got some good swings on good pitches, and that happened, so I just have to remember that. And, they swung on a couple changeups, got some hits, and, they're good pitches, and they just made a good adjustment. So just moving past that, taking the half inning when I was off to kind of think about it and then just move on and know that there's nothing I can do about it.
And now as you go down the backstretch, you get ready for the NCAAs again. Obviously a terrific season for your team. And you guys want to break that door down and get to the College World Series, don't you? Obviously it's first to the regionals and then maybe to the supers. But does this team have the ability to do that?
Absolutely. We play together so well and we have each other's backs. And we know that we have such a strong belief in ourselves, and we know that belief can take us anywhere.
Robin, thank you so much for taking the time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Robin Herron goes to 13-4 on the year with a 4-hitter and a complete game. And there you see some of the numbers and some of the game summary aspects. What jumps out at you there?
Yeah, it's just that Arkansas's hitting. They're dominant again, 7 runs. Davison with that 3-run home run in the second early. And then you have Ella McDowell with the 2 hits and the RBI. They can just do it throughout the entire lineup. And then, as we just mentioned, Robin Herron was just fabulous.
Well, they called the Pigs tonight here in Tulsa. Yes, they did that at the end of the game for the Arkansas fans that made the trek here to Tulsa, Oklahoma. But a good performance for the Razorbacks, and for Tulsa, obviously, regroup now at home against ECU. We'd like to wrap it up here. As for our producer, Jeff Bowen, and our entire ESPN Plus crew, and of course for Sarah Cutler, I'm Bruce Howard saying so long from Tulsa, Oklahoma, where the final score was Arkansas 7, Tulsa 2. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. So long from Tulsa.